The area outside the Knesset was crowded with demonstrators, a comparatively rare sight in Israeli politics. The posters in English and Hebrew all made the same indignant point, that while the Israelis were allowing supplies of food to go through to a besieged Egyptian army, the Egyptians, for their part, still hadn't given a list of captured Israelis. And while the crowd jostled and demonstrated outside, inside the Knesset, the debate was acrimonious and bitter, with the Prime Minister, Mrs. Golda Meir, being accused of not having done her utmost on behalf of those Israelis held prisoner of war. For more than half an hour, speakers from the opposition Likud party, who had called this special debate, complained of the illogicality of feeding an undefeated enemy. Mrs. Meir and her Deputy Prime Minister, Yigal Allon, listened in silence. At one point, an opposition speaker declared that the Syrians had murdered Israeli prisoners in cold blood, but he didn't elaborate on this claim. The critics were answered by the Defense Minister, General Moshe Dayan. He silenced the opposition by announcing that the Egyptians had, in fact, agreed to provide lists of Israelis held prisoner within the next 3 days, and that there was to be an immediate exchange of wounded prisoners. But he added that as yet no agreement had been reached for an overall exchange. And he said the Israelis had encountered a blank wall from the Syrians, who had not responded to any inquiries. The announcement that the Egyptians have decided to cooperate over giving the names of POWs has been received with relief by most Israelis. The Israelis believe about 320 of their men were taken prisoner in the Sinai. For their part, they say they now hold 6,995 Egyptians.